Hey everybody, I'm Jill Redfern and welcome to Third Shift Movement Shop, home of Literal Technique. This tutorial gives you 3 ways to practice finding alignment of the skull at the vertebrae. So let's do a quick refresher. The skull is one of the bones central to the body. The 33 vertebrae are the primary support of the body, and the skull sits right on top of the 33 vertebrae. It has a bone-to-bone connection with the first cervical vertebrae. That connection forms a joint that allows us to flex and extend the skull. The first and second cervical vertebrae also form a joint, and that joint allows us to rotate the skull side to side. So what we're going to do is we're going to dispense with corrections that require you to do a lot of guesswork to figure out where your placement is. Guesswork will not improve your technique. So what I'm going to show you today are 3 simple exercises you can do to practice finding alignment at the vertebrae, so you know what it feels like and you know how to get there, get out, and get back in. Okay, so let's move skeleton off to the side. Okay. First up, you can follow along with this. Arms at your side. I'm standing in rotated first position. What we're going to do is we're going to flex, extend, and rotate the skull from the vertebrae. So just follow along. We're going to go a little slow so you can feel where you are. We're going to flex, come back to neutral, extend, neutral, rotate, neutral, rotate, neutral, flex, neutral, flex, neutral. You should be finding the alignment at the vertebrae. What that's going to mean is that when you move the vertebrae, the skull moves. So let's try it again. And flex, neutral, extend, neutral. Real small, rotate, neutral, rotate, neutral, flex. Happening at the vertebrae. Now I want to pass through the neutral position. Follow along, and we're not going to speed up. We're just going to do a pass through. Again. So if you do this exercise enough, what you're going to start to feel is the vertebrae are moving and the skull is just having a ride. Okay, that's the first one. The second one I want to do is about extending the vertebrae, the upper back. So let's stand again in rotated first position. Palms up just to get them out of the way. I want to find alignment first. Do quick side to side, up and down. You know you're there. If you can't figure it out, put your fingers back there. If you can feel the vertebrae or muscle, you're not in neutral. Okay, so we're going to extend the vertebrae in the middle back, and we're going to keep the skull in neutral. Here we go. Do a little check, do a little check. If you can't figure it out, put your fingers back there. So what I want, I'm not going to grip into my vertebrae in the neck. If I'm looking at the ceiling, it's because I've extended the vertebrae in the upper back enough that I can look at the ceiling without doing this or jamming into my throat. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, we're going to do a forward lunge. So take a step back out of rotated first, and we're going to put our hands here, palms facing. Start out, side to side, up and down, find that place. If you can't find it, put your fingers back there till you do. Don't start until you find the neutral. And now we're going to basically do we're going to lunge forward with the torso and keep the skull in line with the 33 vertebrae. So here we go. You're going to find yourself looking at the floor on a diagonal in front of you. I'm not looking at the wall. Do a quick check, side to side. Use your fingers if you have to. Keep your heels down. And bring the back leg forward to finish. Okay, 3 ways you can practice finding alignment of the skull at the vertebrae. It feels a certain way. You won't be able to consistently do it without practicing, so you have to practice anytime, anywhere, any place. In your class this week, start on the floor before class in your pre-class warm-up and do a visualization of flexing and extending, rotating, laterally flexing. Feel the movement at the vertebrae. Then take this into your class combinations whenever you can. Sometimes things get complicated and you can't do it as often as you'd like, but you'll have to practice in order to begin to consistently align the skull at the vertebrae. Okay, I'll see you next week.